What's going on, y'all? 5 Sports Top 5's back at it, back with another video. And all I have to say is, ouch. That was my reaction when I saw the Paul George injury. Actually, it was a lot worse than that, but I'm just giving you guys sort of my take on the Paul George injury. If you haven't seen it yet, it's pretty gruesome. I'm not going to show it here, but you can go ahead and just type it up and search for the video. So obviously, Paul George, when he was going up for a block in the USA scrimmage game, the back of his leg hit the back of the basket, and with the impact, it just snapped his leg in half. So he's got a fractured tibia and fibula, and he's projected to be out 9 to 12 months. Now, again, it was a gruesome injury. A lot of people are blaming it on the back of the basket being too close to the court. I think it was like 2 to 3 feet. 3 feet it looked like on TV. But to me, you look, injuries are one of the hardest things to analyze in sports. They're just freak incidents that happen no matter how much you prepare for them. And I think this was just a freak incident for Paul George, so I really don't want to blame it on anything other than that it was just bad luck by Paul George. Now, in terms of will he ever be the same player again, look, he's obviously going to miss this whole season. Kevin Ware had a similar sort of injury. I believe he did snap one, either tibia or fibula, or maybe it was both. But he was able to recover. I think it'll take Paul George a year, obviously, to get back on the court, but I think it'll take him up to 2 years to get back to the player he was. You have to remember how much pressure he puts on those legs because of how athletic he is and his playing style. So it's going to probably take him a while to get back to the player that he was. Now, something a lot of people are not talking about, and I saw this on Twitter the other day, is the fact that our NBA teams and general managers going to stop allowing their stars to compete in international ball. I say that because these teams, you have to look at it like this. They have millions of dollars invested in these players, and I get it, injuries can happen anywhere. It can happen in international ball. It can happen at the park. It can happen anywhere. But the fact is, these teams would rather have their players, their stars, get hurt during the season as opposed to international ball if they had the choice. So from that standpoint, it's just too big of a risk. And I know you're going to say, oh, does that mean players should just stop playing, period? No, but as a GM and an owner, you have the sort of right to be worried about your star. Paul George just got a $95 million extension, so the first year of that is down the drain now, even if insurance will pay for it. So teams are probably going to stop allowing their stars. I don't know how soon it'll happen, but I can definitely see this having some legs, and the fact that teams will be very careful. Look, I was just thinking, what is Derrick Rose and what is going through his mind watching Paul George getting hurt? He just went through 2 gruesome rehabs, and his career could just end just like that, meaning an injury like that could just happen just like that. So it's a scary, scary thought. With that being said, I wish Paul George a speedy recovery. He's one of the best young players in the game, and I hope he gets back to doing what he does. With that being said, do you guys think that teams and GMs should allow their players to play an international ball? If you agree, disagree, leave your comment below, and don't forget to subscribe.